Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are checking out my channel for the very first time, definitely consider subscribing because I make awesome videos on a weekly basis that you guys are gonna love. So it's been a crazy year for modeling and the fashion industry in general, and a lot of models really found it difficult to get work this year due to the pandemic. However, these models were still able to stay booked and busy all year through. Last week we looked at the top contenders for female model of the year, and this week let's take a look at the male model of the year top contenders. Alright, so these two models are the long shot contenders of the year. Their chances of actually winning the award is pretty slim, but I wouldn't be surprised to see anything happen. Let's take a look at Finn. So Finn is actually a transgender model. He started his career as a female model walking for Marc Jacobs. A couple of years ago, he crossed over to the male modeling industry, and this year alone, he's done 2 magazine covers and he's walked in 4 shows. Now let's take a look at George. George is a South Sudanese model. He did a lot of advertorial campaigns this year, but he only walked in 3 runway shows. Now you may have seen him in the major campaign for Polo by Ralph Lauren. There were billboards all across the country, and this is really good exposure for him. And now let's take a look at the it guys of the fashion industry. These are the guys that a lot of designers want to work with. These are the guys that are getting shot in magazines. These are the heartthrobs of the fashion industry, if you will. Starting with Eric van Gils. Eric is from the Netherlands and he's one of the most in-demand models in the industry today. This year he did 8 shows and he was on the cover of 1 magazine. Jordan Barrett is also another top model. He was actually one of the runners-up for Model of the Year last year. However, this year he didn't work as much as he did in the previous year. This year he did 5 magazine covers and he also walked in 1 runway show, and that was for Tommy Hilfiger back in February. And now the newest it guy in the industry is Parker. Parker walked in 8 shows this year where he opened 1 of those shows. He was also featured in 5 magazine covers, and he's been one of the most in-demand models in the industry this year in 2020. And now let's look at your top contenders. These guys are the ones who have the best shots of winning the male model of the year in 2020. You're gonna see 2 new faces here, which is Malik Bodian and Leon Dane. Both of these models were breakout stars last year, and they've really taken their careers to a new height, and now I think that they're top contenders to become model of the year this year. So starting with Malik Bodian. Malik is a Senegalese model who moved to Italy, where he was discovered on the streets by a casting director. He did his first runway show in 2018 for Valentino, and this year alone he's done 37 runway shows. He opened 1 of those shows and he closed 3. He's also been featured in 2 magazine covers, which is pretty impressive.
Hi, my name is Alton Mason, and we are shooting the Spring 2019 campaign for Karl Lagerfeld. I've never shot with Mr. Lagerfeld, and today is the day.
And next you have Alton Mason. Alton did not work as much as he did in 2019. This year he was only in 8 shows and he closed 1 of those shows. However, he did stay busy in front of the camera. He was featured on the cover of 7 magazines this year. And lastly, you have Leon. Leon was one of the breakthrough models of the year last year. And this year he stayed busy. He did 27 shows where he opened 1 and closed another. Some of the top designers that he walked for included Balmain, Boss, Valentino, Fendi, and many more. He was also featured on the cover of 2 magazines. So now these are the top contenders for male model of the year. I really think the award is up for grabs this year, especially because Alton Mason didn't work as much as he did last year. Had it been he stayed just as busy as he was last year, he would have been the clear front runner to receive the award again. This year, I really think it's up for grabs. I could see it going to Malik Bodian. I could also see it going to Leon Dane. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens at the end of the year. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you guys think is going to go home with the award this year? Who are your favorites from this list? If you like this video, hit me with a thumbs up. I always appreciate it. Don't forget to sub if you're watching for the first time. I'll see you guys in my next one.